Hi everyone. So, I'm just going to talk about this because, honestly, I still don't know what to do to make a video about. So of course you might know about Welcome Home, a website, that most of you know the main character, Wally Darling, and his friends in the neighborhood Welcome Home. Julie, Frank, Barnaby, Eddie, Sally, and Poppy. When I first heard about Welcome Home, it was odd, but also really interesting. Not in a bad way. It was good, because it kind of felt like, I don't know, some kind of, Sesame Street inspired, website? I don't know. But all I know is that similar to other things that have happened related to horror, Welcome Home secretly has some dark things going on in it. And it was, underwhelming. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It was extremely vague. I mean, things are supposed to be remained a mystery, like, for example, Five Nights at Freddy's, and I completely understand that. But it's, I don't know, I feel like people have a bunch of creativity and interesting things behind what they do. I respect that. But, oh god, let's just say, if you want to make it a mystery, I just want to say this. Do not, and I mean do not, make it super vague that you're just ending up with a bunch of questions for the audience to theorize, and you're not even going to answer them. Because that's a problem. That is a problem. Because, like with Fnaf, its lore is absolutely messed up, confusing, and absolute bonkers that I don't know what the hell to think about it anymore. But here's the thing. People weren't focusing much on the lore aspect of Welcome Home. It was more of just simping over Wally Darling. And I don't blame those people, because they just want to ignore the fact that all the dark stuff happened, mostly to one of the characters, Eddie Deer, and everyone just loves Wally for some reason. I don't blame them. He's cute. He's friendly. He has a nice voice. He looks absolutely gorgeous and artistic, because he is. And he's so cute. But since the new update happened like 3 to 4 months ago, there was actually a reason behind everything that happened in the Welcome Home website. Apparently there's some sort of monster that's attacking the neighborhood in the website, and the characters are trying to communicate. They feel human. They're aware of something going on. Or, well, let's just say Wally lives in a little house called home, and that it's alive. And, I don't know, it seems to, I don't know, it's really vague, but all I know is that, it seems to be alive. Like, one of the characters, Sally, says that there was a monster attacking the neighborhood at night, and I'm pretty sure that it has to do with home being the monster attacking the neighborhood at night. I'm not sure, but all I know is that Wally seems like an unwilling accomplice, or reluctant. And one of the characters to die, of course, or at least be tortured, is Eddie. Why Eddie? I don't know. But when I first saw it, I was a little scared. But people ignored it, especially since there was no new updates about the website. Or if they were, it was just minor things. And people just still simmed over Wally Darling. I don't blame them. And here's the thing about the Wally Darling, like AUs, ex-listeners, readers, watchers, or stuff like that. Most of the time, it's always just a normal, friendly, like, a voice that fits Wally, but it's not accurate to his original voice in the website. Wally's voice is based on mostly Teddy Ruxpin, and it makes sense why, but for the voice that people use for Wally and the ex-listeners or watchers, Wally sounds a bit more human and emotional, which I don't mind because, he's a puppet. He's a humanoid puppet. And he's adorable. He's the main character. Of course people are just going to give him a different, more realistic, normal voice to make him sound more authentic, realistic, and, normal. Because what the fuck else they're going to do? Now, lore, I'm pretty sure I've gotten it. A monster attacking the neighborhood at night, presumably home, and it's torturing Eddie Deer. And my God, it's weird, really weird. Like, why? Why do so many people just have to? Whenever people make a website or game, it just mostly, nowadays, always just so happen to be horror. And even though I don't mind that, it's just getting really, it's getting really tiring, especially with certain lore aspects. Like, if you want to keep it a mystery, that's fine. But do not make it so extremely vague. I mean it. It's driving me nuts. Like, of course, I talked about Fnaf. I talked about Fnaf multiple times in multiple videos involving theories, especially about one of the characters, the crying child. I'm just gonna call him Evan because screw it. His name is not even Cassidy. Like, why do people say that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because Cassidy is a neutral name for any child, even though Cassidy is most likely to be a girl's name, obviously. Like, seriously, how? How? I talked about this in a video 2 weeks ago, and I was yelling. I was tired, I was frustrated, it was driving me absolutely insane, and I just felt like dual process theory was just... It was the only one video that took like 2 hours long, and their video, I don't want to know, and I don't care. I feel like their video is complete bullshit. Like, nothing makes sense for their theory, mostly involving Golden Freddy, the Crown Child, Cassidy, all that stuff. Who cares? Okay? The Crown Child's name is Evan. That's what we're gonna go on. Cassidy is Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy is possessed by 2 spirits, presumably Evan and Cassidy. That is it. Okay? Good. Anyway, I spoke to my friend yesterday. I showed them links to some of the parts to the Richard Hayes and Rio Hayabusa story, and they were concerned about what's going on in my head. And I'm just like, I get inspired by horror movies that I like. Like, for example, The Bad Seed, Misery, Alice, Sweet Alice, Daddy's Girl, Straight Jacket, Psycho, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, stuff like that. And of course, non-horror movies that are either thrillers or dramas, like Mommy Dearest, The Crush, The Good Son, stuff like that. One of the scenes where Richard smashes Shadow's camera and he's just freaking out, I was inspired by a scene from The Act where, based on the real life crime of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Gypsy goes into the kitchen and sees her mother, Dee Dee, smashing her laptop and with a hammer, and yelling at Gypsy, what did she think she was doing? It was uncomfortable, but at the same time I liked it, so I thought that why don't I incorporate that into the story that I'm making? Does that make sense? Maybe. Anyway, since I'm finally done with the Richard Hayes and Rio Hayabusa story, thank God, I'm just gonna... I don't know what else to do. I mean, I do want to continue making stories, but I don't know. I just feel a little lightheaded. Yeah. Yeah, I feel lightheaded. I'm gonna go now. I hope you enjoyed this weird video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.